gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show.
Good congregation tonight?
That's an audience. You only get a congregation in church.
Give me 5 minutes with this lot. They'll be praying for the end.
Why are you dressed like that?
Gone back to my roots.
I didn't know you were of Romany stock.
Oh, yes. It's in my blood.
Oh, yes.
A genuine Gippo. I sit on the riverbank now and fish for curlew.
You fish for curlew?
And I've been given a special power.
Have you? Special power?
Sometimes I even talk to gnomes.
You talk to gnomes?
Yeah. How are you? All
Very
right?
well. How dare you?
The green grass is my mattress, and the stars, my blanket.
Sounds romantic.
I've had pneumonia 4 times.
I suppose you'll be selling clothes pegs and artificial flowers?
I think we both will after this show.
Well, if you're a genuine Gippo and you've got the power, why don't you read my hand?
Certainly. Would you care to cross my palm with silver?
No.
American Express, we accept them nowadays.
No. Just read my hand, that's all. What?
Your lifeline.
My lifeline? What about it? What about that?
Forget it. Go straight into the song and don't do the verse.
What do you mean, don't do the verse?
I want 2 ambulance men and a stretcher and an oxygen tent still by.
No, you've got to tell me about my lifeline. What is it? What's the matter with it?
It's very short.
How short?
The truth?
Yes.
I hate to tell you this, but you died 3 weeks ago.
I've never heard so much rubbish in all my
Maybe
life.
I didn't give a true reading.
You don't know how to read, Hans.
We'll do the bumps on the head.
Bumps on the head?
Yes.
I haven't got any bumps on my head.
You haven't done the song yet.
All right.
Now, you'll have to kneel down.
Kneel down?
Because for a short man, you are rather tall.
All right, I'll kneel down.
All right.
All right.
You sure about this?
Yes, get on with it.
Good Lord.
Bad news?
I'm afraid so. The glue hasn't set.
I'm a bigger idiot than you are.
All right, we'll do the cards.
Getting on my knees like that.
We'll do the cards.
Messing my
Because
hair
the cards never lie.
Cards never lie.
Yeah. What's your birth sign?
Well, it's Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
The archer.
Oh, I should have known that by the bow legs. Yeah. Tap the cards.
All right. What do the cards say?
Very good.
Very good.
There's a lot of money coming your way very quickly.
Money, quickly?
Yes.
How quickly?
Tonight.
Tonight?
On the way home, you'll be knocked down by a security corps van.
He doesn't say that.
It does.
You got those from a joke shop.
The cards never lie.
Cards never lie.
As a child, you showed considerable enterprise.
How did I?
Nobody could open a money box with a knife quicker than you.
That's true. It was a little red money box, and I used to get the knife. I used to turn it up. That's all a lie. I didn't say anything. It's a lie.
The cards never lie. An indiscretion is about to catch up with you.
An indiscretion catch up with me?
Yes.
No, how dare you? I've never had an indiscretion in my life.
I've been looking for you everywhere.
Ernie? Who's Ernie?
Well, it's about your height and wears a false moustache.
You've got to help me.
The answer's in the cards. It'll cost you a tenner.
A tenner?
Yes.
There's 2 fivers.
Thank you.
What does the card say?
Read out.
Run like hell.
Good lad. 5 for you and a 5 for my young boy.
Good evening.
Hello.
Lovely night.
Yes.
It's a lovely clear sky.
Yes, it is. You can almost see Patrick Moore.
You going in?
Yes?
Inside the house?
Yeah, well, I live here. You know that.
I wouldn't go in right now.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't want to cause any trouble. But your wife went in there about 5 minutes ago.
Well, she lives here as well.
She went in with another man.
With another man?
I don't want to cause any trouble.
I'll kill him. I'll kill him.
I overheard her say, leave your boots in the hall, and I'll slip into my negligee.
Leave your boots in the hall.
And I'll slip into my negligee. That's what she said.
It's the biggest mistake he's ever made, I promise you that. I'll break every bone in his fucking body.
I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
You're not me, are you? Leave your boots in the hall.
I'll slip into my negligee.
Right.
How long have we been here?
7 whole days. without food or water.
You're right. We have.
7 whole days without food or water. I don't think I can take any more.
You'll have to stick it out.
Who for?
For the honor of the Legion.
It's this terrible thirst.
Be of stout heart, old comrade.
Oh. I can see a pub. In the distance, there's a pub with green trees and in the shade. People drinking ice-cold beer. Order one for me.
Courage!
I'll drink anything.
Old comrade, it's a mirage.
Mirage?
Yes, the sun can play terrible tricks on a man in the desert. You think you can see something and it isn't really there. Grab a hold of yourself.
Who for?
For the honor of the Legion. Just ignore it, otherwise you'll go out of your mind.
I will, old comrade.
It's the only way to survive out here in the desert.
Excuse me. Have you got any of that to spare, please?
Any what to spare?
A beer.
Oh, friend, the desert sun's getting to you. I haven't got any beer.
It's a mirage.
Yes, a mirage.
That sun certainly gets to you, doesn't it?
Pardon me. Yes, it certainly does. But we'll survive, old pal of mine.
One of us will.
I must have a drink. I can't take much more of it.
Easy, old comrade.
Sorry. 7 days without a drink.
Or food.
Or food.
Haven't had any food now for over a week.
Over a week, yes. It's cruel.
Excuse me.
Yes, old pal of mine.
Do you think I could have a bite of that mirage that you're eating there?
What mirage?
That chicken leg.
Oh, friend, if I really had a chicken leg, don't you think I would share it with you? Silly fool.
Yes, of course you would. It's the sun up to its tricks again.
Yeah. That's the sun. Willpower, old buddy of mine, willpower.
It's the only way.
Excuse me. You don't want to get the desert fever, do you?
No, I certainly don't.
No. Oh, it's the sun, you know, up there. I'm weak.
Hold on.
Yes, I will. I'm not going to give in.
Pardon?
I'm not going to give in.
I am. I'm going.
Where are you going?
Back home with this mirage.
And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle! Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player who stomps and treads his way upon the stage and is heard no more.
There was a young man from Penang. One night, he went off with a bang. He thought he'd gone crackers when he saw...
Will you go away? You everything I do.
I'll tell you what.
What?
You'll get belly laughs. I promise you that. You'll get screams. The audience will be convulsed with laughter.
What I was reading wasn't meant to be funny.
I was not talking about that. I was talking about the outfit you're wearing. You look like a well-tossed salad.
Look, will you stop doing the jokes and sit down because I want to talk to you? Just listen to me. Something in mind I want to tell you.
Get back. Get back. I've warned you.
Go! Can you get rid of that thing?
Yes. Go on, what is it?
I'll get straight to the point. I'm not going to do comedy anymore.
Is that what you have been doing? You should have told me. I would have laughed. Sorry.
I'm going to pursue a career of my own. I'm going to do the one thing I've always wanted to do, and the only way I know how to do it is without you. Because I'm sick and tired of your childish jokes.
Right. Come on, son. Let's have you.
Where are you going?
I'm going to bet the tea on. That's now become a minor classic. Do you know that? That's a classic. That.
I'm even more determined now.
To do what?
Straight acting.
Straight acting?
Straight acting.
With those legs?
I'll show you that I can become a serious actor.
You've got as much chance of becoming a serious actor as what Moira Anderson has of joining Hot Gossip.
I know I can become a great serious actor.
How do you do that? That is fantastic. Huh?
Behind that door is a very famous, very distinguished actor.
Really?
Yes, and he's come along here especially to give me some valuable advice on acting.
Do me a favour, it's probably the Meals on Wheels lady. Want to know if you'd like a starter?
We'll see, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Mr. White. Mr. Hardy, so nice of you to call. Would you like to say hello to Eric?
Eric Morecambe!
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, it's a positive delight to meet you.
Thank you very much indeed. And the same goes to you, Ollie.
Yeah.
I've seen everything that you've ever done on television. You are a sensation, I'll tell you that.
You're very gracious, thank you.
Not only a great actor, but a vet as well. Yes. The only actor in the world who can play a fellow and Doctor a Tomcat at the same time.
Just ignore him, Mr. Hardy. Would you come and sit down?
Yes, thank you very much. I was very intrigued by your telephone call.
Oh, yes.
Now then, what's it all about?
Well, I told you on the phone call, didn't I? I mean, advice about acting.
Yes, I see. When you telephoned me, you spoke of a young man who you thought had all the hallmarks of a truly great actor. I was very excited. Of course, I'd be delighted to give him any advice I possibly can. Where is the young man?
Well,
Tell him.
as a matter of fact, it's me.
You. I see. The young man.
In all fairness, I must be honest, he's not quite as old as what he looks. Because he's overdone the Grecian 2000s. That's why he looks like a 2,000-year-old Greek.
Will you keep out of this? Mr. Hardy, more than anything, I want to become a serious actor.
Have you had any acting experience?
Milverton Street School, that's all.
Don't tell him about that.
Cinderella.
Cinderella?
Best pumpkin they ever had. Not the biggest, but the best.
Will you clear off?
Certainly. Isn't it time we offered Mr. Hardy some hospitality? Would you care for a drop of the falling down water?
I think I would. Thank you very much.
This is very special stuff, you know. Tropics monks make that.
Trappist monks.
Trappist monks.
That's
They
the
make-
silent lot.
That's
isn't
right.
it? How much is it?
They didn't say. And
No, not for me, thank you.
I've got some Oster milk in the kitchen if you're interested.
No, I want to talk to Mr. Hardy.
Cheers.
Bottoms up.
That's possible with this stuff.
Now then, tell me, Ernie, are you really serious about...
No wonder they don't say a lot.
I was wondering if you were really serious about taking up straight acting.
I have never been more serious.
Have you ever been to RADA?
Just outside Llandudno.
I think I went there when I was with the Cubs. What's that got to do with acting?
Quite. Well, you see, to my mind, you have one very serious drawback.
I've been working with it for 30 years.
No, I don't think you quite understand what I'm trying to get at.
Music hall.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Well, you see, with your music hall background, you are going to find serious acting very, very difficult.
But I am determined. I mean, I really must have a change.
We've actually worked with some of the music hall greats of our time.
Yes, I suppose you must.
The 12 Alberts.
The 12 Alberts, what did they do?
Used to fight over the money. You won't believe this, but it's perfectly true. I actually once worked with a talking duck.
Will you go away?
Did you hear it then?
I have the greatest affection and admiration for those old-time music hall comics.
And I'm very happy to say that Des is still working.
Mr. Hart, Billy Bennett was a particular favourite.
Almost a gentleman, his programme.
That's right. Do you remember his monologues?
Monologues.
On the slopes of Givanna, I met Louisiana, half Hindu and half Hottentot. She was half caste, that's true, but which half no one knew until one night she cast off the lot. She had a beautiful daughter. One. She was yellow, all right. Her father had been a Royal Marine, but two Wongs don't make a white.
They were married at who flung what not.
Mr.
But
Hart,
they had no
Mr.
children
Hart,
sweet.
would you
He
mind,
was
Mr.
50 and
Mr.
fat. She
Hart.
was fatter than that, so never twain shall meet.
Shut up! Mr. Hart, you are here to give me advice on acting, aren't you?
Yes, I'm sorry, Ernie. I really am very sorry.
Right.
I tell you one thing worries me.
You'll be going in a minute.
Are you enough of an extrovert to portray the various characters that you'll be asked to play as an actor? You see, it seems to me you're a very private person. You enjoy your own company.
That is true. That's why he left the Muppets.
Would you just excuse me for a minute, please?
The man put his hand in the wrong place as well.
I want to have a word with you. Why don't you get lost so I can get some lessons on acting from Mr. Hardy?
Then you know nothing about actors or acting. You thought Charlton Heston was a football team.
Well, why don't you do something constructive? Go and make the coffee.
I'll go make the coffee.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we've got plenty. We got it wholesale off David Niven.
Would you like a cup of coffee, Mr. Hardy?
I prefer tea, Ern.
That is irresistible, isn't it?
It's part of our national heritage.
It is, yeah. Not have railings put round him.
Just go and make the tea. Go on. Make the tea. Look, now that he's gone, I would really appreciate it. Any advice you could give me about acting, Mr. Hardy?
Ernie, have you thought seriously about the sort of play you'd like to appear in?
Well, the one I would like to appear in is that great play, Shakespeare, by Julius and Caesar.
Shakespeare by Julius and Caesar.
I mean, you must have heard of it.
Yes, I have. Yes, a very fine play.
That's the play I would like to appear in, you see, because I fancy myself in one of those togas.
Yes,
Now go on.
Tia!
Oh, it's too much!
It's not. It's only 10p a cup. What more do you want? I say, would you like a sausage roll or a pork pie? Or do you prefer to die naturally?
Will you get out?
Certainly.
Shit up my feet. I really must apologise for his terrible behaviour.
Isn't he marvellous?
Eh? You see, Robert, appearing in a play like that is the sort of challenge that I would enjoy. I know I could do it.
But don't you think, Annie, you're being just a little bit ambitious for the moment? I mean, have you ever thought of appearing in Rep?
Who's it by?
Just for the moment, I can't remember.
Harold Pinter? Harold Pinter? I mean, you must have heard of him.
The thing is, Ernie, just learn the basics of acting and don't get mixed up in anything too complex.
Like what?
Hamlet?
I don't smoke.
I'd forgotten that.
I think the Shakespeare one's a good idea, definitely, because I could get on much Look, will you switch that thing
just sit there, you're a vet, do something about it.
Right, you're going to get up.
Oh, my God! Good God, is that the time? I must be
No,
off.
you sit down. Now, listen, I've had enough of you. I've stood as much as I can stand. I don't need you anymore.
And I don't need you anymore because I've got a new partner.
A new partner?
Yes.
He'd have to be a saint to work with you.
You're probably right. It is. How are you?
Hey, I see you. Excuse me, Mr. Ogilvy. No, I want to speak to Mr. Ogilvy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. We'd just like to say goodbye to Mr. Robert Hardy and thank you very much for your appearance.
Absolutely marvellous working with you. I don't care what the others say. Absolutely fantastic. It really was.
Well, you're going to catch a bus now. And we'll
Yeah,
all
you're not
go.
going to sing the song together, Bring Me Sunshine, are you?
Well, of course not. I wouldn't dream of
Because you
it.
sing it with all the other guests.
No, but he's an actor. He doesn't sing. You know that.
Oh.
But I would like to ask you a little favour, Mr. Hardy.
Yes, of course. It doesn't lend money.
Would you do a speech from one of those great plays so that I could study it? Because that's what I'd like to be, a serious actor.
Yes, right. Yes, here's a bit.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. Or close the wall up with our English dead.
How the hell they make a living, I'll never know, these people.
Once more unto the breach.
All right, he's gone. Could we have the music, please? Bring me sunshine in your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy through the years. Never bring me any tears. Let your arms be as warm as the sun.